All right, we're back. Sorry about that. I'd done some pre-test checks because I use the Twitch tester application to test my connection to like the servers, and it was all green at the beginning of stream because I do that I kind of like do that before stream every time, and I let it run a full test. Uh, and so I didn't think there was gonna be an issue, and then we were pretty good for a while, and then lo and behold, we had some issues going through it, but hopefully that fixed the problem. So now we just gotta wait the 3 years for Lost Ark to start back up, and hopefully no more dips. I thought about doing this the other day because I'd seen I hadn't gotten any. Well, actually, that might have been why it freezes a little bit, right? Because I'd been saying the other day that since like the update last week, I'd been getting these it'd been freezing pretty bad for me, and I thought that it was just like something with the, or maybe it might be the easy anti-cheat or whatever, but I thought that it was something with the game, right? And it might have ended up that maybe it was like my it was my internet, right? Or the router was kind of like causing hiccups. So that is kind of just how it is, but hopefully that fixed the problem so we don't really have to worry about it, and then we can kind of just wrap out the stream. I'm about to swap over to the to the whatchamacallit, the scrapper, right off the bat, just so that she can get rolling, because we only have like 20 minutes for the chaos gate to spawn, so we want to be there. So we'll finish up the Una daily tasks on the scrapper real quick, or on the glaver, and then we'll swap over to the scrapper, and then we should be pretty good to go from there. I need to change back my my wallpaper. I'm not a big fan of the Noble Banquet. If it wasn't for the skin, I wouldn't have bought the super premium pack personally. But I liked the skin and I wanted the weapon, and I was like, to me, spending the extra $15 was worth it rather than spending the gold that it would have cost to buy the blue crystal versions. Even though I'll probably end up buying the blue crystal armor if Arcana comes out in June. If Arcana or Summoner, well, no, if Arcana comes out in June, I'll probably buy the crystal pack on her, or the crystal one on her, and then because I don't know, I'm kind of a sucker for the idea of, like, you know, a gambling outfit basically, and then we'll see what the weapon looks like. Oh, well, actually, no, we won't be able to see what the weapon looks like because unless they plan on updating the skins, the boxes, which they didn't do for Glaver. They didn't update the box for the Omen weapon skins for Glaver. There's probably no Noble Banquet. There's not going to be a Noble Banquet weapon for either Destroyer or whatever comes after Destroyer, apparently, even though the box is going to be in the shop for a long fucking time. Because that's kind of like the question I have, right? Like, what are they gonna, like, how are they gonna handle the weapon skin chests not having weapons for classes that get released while this is still available? Because this goes until July 14th. You know, that's a lot of time to be there. Like, that'll cover, like, I'm like, I wouldn't expect it for them to add weapons for whatever class comes out in July, right? Because it's only going to be there for, like, because like whatever class comes in July probably won't come out in time. Like the July update probably isn't like before the 14th. It'll probably be on the 14th at the earliest. So it's kind of like Like, what are they, like, how would you handle that kind of thing? Like, so, I don't know. We'll see how they'll handle it for Destroyer and then for whatever they release in June. Because as far as I know, like, Destroyer should have a Noble Banquet weapon. I don't see why it wouldn't. But I don't know. Again, we'll see how they handle it. That's kind of going to be a more on them kind of thing. That's well, Smilegate, because what we've kind of learned with the Omen box, like what the Omen box kind of showed us, is that they obviously recoded those boxes so that they wouldn't have like skins or weapon skins for classes that aren't in the game yet. And so I don't know if the Noble Banquet is coded for whatever, for at least like Destroyer, because we know they want to do. I mean, I know they internally have to know what they want to do for like June and July, like at least on paper, right? Like they have to have that documented and written out somewhere. So they would know ahead of time whether or not to add those skins to the shop, to those chests. You know, if they're like, you know, they go, for instance, let's say Arcana comes out in June, right? If they knew that, it would be well within, I think it would be a perfectly logical expectation that to expect that the weapon box should have in there available Arcana weapons, because you have a whole month of June, you know, with the box available, and the box will be there till the 14th of July. So I can't see why they would have that like the shop box available for so long if they weren't going to have other stuff available. But they could also just not do it, you know, so it's kind of just is what it is. We'll kind of just have to wait and see how they handle that. All right, I was gonna get the supercharge engraving to purple, because the entire reason I didn't was because I don't know why, actually, why I wasn't. But basically, with this event, you know, there's no real reason not for me to push supercharge to purple, so that way I can just get rid of that. Oh, now I remember why I didn't push the supercharge to purple, actually. The reason I didn't push supercharge to purple was because I was waiting to see what to do with the express mission. Because so I've discovered that the express mission, you don't have to... the Chaos Dungeon portion of the express mission is actually... that level of Chaos Dungeon or higher, because I had a buddy of mine who he was doing it last night, and he was looking at what was getting affected, and he was telling me that every single time he had done a Chaos Dungeon in tier 3, or no, I think it was like tier 2 is what he was doing it on, a character in tier 2, it was counting for all the other Chaos Dungeons for all the lower levels. But the Guardian raid ones, apparently you have to go back and you have to spend this, like this you know, the 3 days on every single one of them to get those completed. Which I don't think that's as big of a deal personally. You have other ways to supplement the leap stones, at least the regular honor leap stones. It'll be an issue once you get, if you can get like your character high enough to do great honor leap stones on it. You're kind of like, what would you like? How would you do that, right? Because what I might end up doing is I might save my express missions for whatever comes in June, because I think it'd be a waste on the destroyer, since I plan on just smashing the destroyer to tier 3 day 1. So I wouldn't, like, even the guardian raid stuff, I wouldn't want to, like, push him back to make him have to go down and do that. So especially because if they give us, well, it'll all hinge on whether or not we get a fate and power pass with the destroyer. So if they don't give us a fate and power pass with the destroyer, then I have to use the express mission on him, because there's no way I can get him up to tier 3 in 1 day from tier 1. Because I have a Vern power pass, so I don't care if they don't. But if they do give us a fate and power pass for the destroyer, then I'm just not going to care, and I'm just going to save the express mission for whatever comes in June. So that way I can, like, just slowly get it done instead of having to worry about it. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I don't know what y'all have planned for, like, how you're gonna handle your express pass missions. Are you just gonna use them on, like, whatever, like on destroyer or whatever? Or are you gonna save them? Like what are y'all planning on doing? If you're watching this on YouTube, like, let me know down below in the comments if you're on YouTube, like, whether or not you plan to, like, push, you know, use the express pass on, like, a destroyer. If you're gonna wait for whatever comes in June, that kind of stuff. I wonder if anybody has, like, a showcase of all the weapons for the Noble Banquet set. Because I'm curious what the swords on Deathblades look like, because I don't think I've seen a Deathblade with the swords yet. No, she's using the Northern Lawmaker. And the problem is, since it's not on the auction house, I can't, like, view it on the default model. I guess I could just make a Deathblade on another server and then just look at what it looks like. No, she doesn't have a weapon skin. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to. I'm gonna have to see it online, because I think those might be the Shadow Hunter ones. Yeah, so the Shadow Hunter ones look pretty good. I've seen, this is like the 3rd or 4th one of those I've seen. I've seen one Gun Lancer. We saw a Berserker today on stream with his Noble Banquet weapon. I know what the Deadeye Gunslinger one looks like. We know what the War Dancer Striker one looks like. I know what the Scrapper one looks like, because I really like that one, and we know what the Glaver one looks like. I don't think I've seen the one on the for the Paladin. I haven't seen the Artillerist. Well, no, I've seen the Artillerist one, because Saint Tone showed it before the Arc Pass, before it went live. I haven't seen the Sharpshooter one for it. I haven't seen the Sorceress weapon, and I haven't seen the Bard weapon. And then I haven't seen the Deathblade. I think I've seen all the other ones. Who else am I missing? Oh, I haven't seen the Soul Fist either. So Soul Fist, Bard, Paladin, Sorceress, Deathblade, and Sharpshooter are the ones I haven't seen. I think I've seen the rest. Yeah, because I've seen Scrapper, I've seen War Dancer Striker, Gunslinger Deadeye. I've seen the Artillerist one. I've seen a Gun Lancers. I've seen a Berserkers. I've seen... Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right? That's all the classes, right? No, there's more than 12 classes. What else? What class am I missing? What class haven't I said? We know the Glaver. I know what that one is, because I have a Glaver. I think that's all the classes, yeah? But yeah, so I am curious how those other weapons look. Specifically the Deathblade weapon. Because I kind of want to make a remaining energy Deathblade in the future. Kind of just going to be inspecting people to see if they have their, like, the Noble Banquet weapon on. We saw this... Well, I know what the Scrapper one looks like, and then we saw a Scrapper with the weapon chest, like, now. Because the point is I have Omen Sword weapon boxes like in my bank, and I do kind of like what the Deathblade Omen weapon box looks like. So I don't mind using it on that, and then I can also use it on the Striker if I want to, because they're slowly going back up in price because the stock is now limited, right? So I'm not really gonna rush trying to buy it. And then because I also might just use it to get like this one, the black and purple for the, well, is what I would have done if I didn't like the Noble Banquet weapon, right? If I didn't like these beauties right here. These beauties. Like, look at these beauties. If I didn't like these, then I would probably use the Omen box to get the black and purple version. But, because I have the gold and red version for the Omen chest. I wish I could deactivate like this, because these are the rapport high heels. Because I didn't like most of the chances. Most of the chances for most of the armor stuff for Omen. Like the chest piece was alright, but well, the chest piece and pants were like I could have used them, but I kind of didn't care for them, and I'm glad I didn't get them because at the time I hadn't seen the all black version of the Noble Banquet. I'd only seen like the first two on people because that's the one they usually go, especially for females, because they got the booba pizza window, and I really like the black version. Though if Arcana does come out, I'm gonna buy the blue crystal version on her, and then I'm gonna get the second one, the one that I didn't get for the scrapper. But she's gonna have to run around in white with that ugly brown yellow hand coat for a while, because I still don't like how you have to use 30. Well, for that I might not have to because it's white already. But basically, for instance, for mine, if I wanted to, like, if I just want to recolor on mine one piece of the jacket, but you have to use 30 because as soon as you recolor one thing, it turns the rest of it white. And it's like, why the fuck why? Like, if you're gonna do that, like, white and black should be free then, because it just makes no sense otherwise, in my opinion. Like, in my opinion, whatever color is like default on that piece of gear should be a free color. Like, you should not have to pay to make things that color if that's how you're gonna do it. Because it's kind of frustrating. Because on my Alar skin, which I repainted to basically black and purple, you know, kind of Phantom Legion style, I had to burn 60, even though, like, granted, I would have burned 60 anyway, but, like, you know, if I had only wanted to change like the details and the highlights on it, like, you had to burn 60. You would have had to burn 60 because then it would have been all white and then the details. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like that's such a shit dye system, in my opinion. Like, I don't know. Like, and I have a feeling that is definitely something that is like, it's not like, oh, a limitation of the system. I'm pretty sure that's an intended design. Like, they do that on purpose so that way if you want to like customize a lot of stuff, you're gonna have to go and buy the dye packs. Because it's just like, and to me that's a little scummy, personally. That's a little scummy, but what can you do? What can you do?
Give me your best shot. You can do it. But hurry, before the flames of madness take you.
Oh shit, did I run out of potions on this character? I did. Oops. Must have ran out yesterday. That or accidentally like deleted them. One of the two. Both are completely viable options. I don't even know what I got hit by there. Like, I couldn't even see it. 1 second, I was like, oh, he's dying. And then the next second, it's like, you dead. Well, shit, what the fuck killed me? I don't know if I actually have to hit both, but I hope I can. Okay, you know, I think you have to hit both. Yeah, I think I lost out rift pieces there. Yeah, I lost rift pieces because I was too far behind. That's kind of bullshit. Because you get rift pieces from both of those if you hit both. That's fucking annoying. I hate that. It's so dumb. I know it's probably to, like, you know, again, this is my opinion, like, shit that they need to fix. Because, like, I have the issue in, like, I'm annoyed by shit in, like, PvP with the battle score system, which you can tell is obviously in place because they're like, well, we don't want people to AFK. I'm like, well, like, do some other shit. Like, great, and this fucker's just gonna spam his stupid, like, death zone back to back. But like, I get it. It's to keep people from, like, AFKing.
You've defeated my minions.
I didn't get rift. What the fuck? I didn't get rift pieces. Okay, like, see, look at that. That's so fucking annoying. I didn't get rift pieces from him either, because the game's like, oh, you didn't deal enough damage. And since we decided that you didn't deal enough damage, even though you would have died if you tried to deal enough damage, you don't get rift. That's fucking, like, shit like that's annoying. That kind of shit pisses me off. Like, that's such fucking terrible design. When I was getting an associate's degree in computers, I had to take a security class, and the #1 rule was that if the stuff you use for security is more of a hamper to your consumer than it is, well, to your customer than it is to the actual person doing anything, it's a terrible system. And the fact that, oh god, I'm honestly just, I'm a little tilted by that, to be honest. Like, I don't know if you end up making up for it at the end, but, like, if not, I missed out rift pieces like twice because of that system. But I think you make up for it at the end, because I don't think it usually gives you this much. So I'll let that one go. I'll let that one go because I don't know. I don't know enough. The system for the Chaos Gates. So, but definitely the PvP battlefield score system just needs to fucking go. Just get that shit out of the fucking game. It's so annoying to deal with because all it does is it's double punishing the player. Like, if you get like a bad comp you run into, like for instance, yesterday I had it, or not, I didn't have it on stream. I did it off stream. I did some more PvP off stream to make sure I could, like, rank up or level up this week. I did unranked and I faced a duo that was a bard and a berserker together, and they just had us on farm because they knew what they were doing. They knew how to bounce off of each other, and anytime you tried to shut down the berserker, the bard was there. Anytime you tried to shut down the bard, the berserker was there. And if you know anything about bards and berserkers, is they have a lot of AoE abilities that are really good at shutting down advances. Like very, very good. In my opinion, like, bard is a much more annoying class to deal with than paladin, specifically when it comes to, like, shutting down engages. That's kind of just my opinion on it. Also, I'm just gonna do my rapport and daily tasks real quick, get those out of the way, because I'm just gonna do my chaos dungeons and then Night Fox Yoho, and then if we have any time, I'll do a PvP match, and then if not, then I'll just go straight to the adventure aisle. But we should have enough time because we have an hour. I don't think it'll take me an hour to do all of this. But basically, what I'm getting at is the battlefield score system just punishes you even more than it has any reason to, in my opinion. And, like, I get it. It's there because you don't want people to go into PvP and AFK. Fine. But the fact of the matter is that I promise you that the people who would do that anyway aren't going into ranked. And the people who would do that aren't going into ranked because they don't get any benefit from ranked for doing that. And then all you're doing is you're making it more punishing for new players who are learning your game, who are still learning matchups, right? Because yeah, you can, again, you can, people are like, well, you should do unranked and get good in unranked. Again, it's hard to get good at unranked when there is no unranked solo queue. So that way you keep running into duos and trios who work together and are in comms. Like that's not going to help you. That's going to skew your like practice and your game knowledge and stuff. Because solo queue and team queue play completely differently. In my opinion, there should be a solo queue and then a team queue, both ranked and unranked. Like just it should just be that way. Because as a player myself, I'm kind of more partial to solo ranked than I am to team stuff. Like I want an unranked solo queue. That's what I want. Like I don't really care about much else. So it's like, oh right, I should pick this up because her requests usually take her to go off. Like you generally have to go like way away and but you know, so in my opinion, I don't think Battlefield score has any business. Like I don't think it has any business affecting how much score you get, because I'm pretty sure it affects how much score you get. Because I just have really shitty games where I'm trying to be active, but I'm getting shut down on everything, so I'm not dealing any damage. So I'm not getting any Battlefield score because, you know, I'm just a class with not much like super armor and stuff, and I have to get really close to do anything. And then I have like, so like in ranked I get tilted more, specifically because I'll have a really bad, you'll have a bad game, and then and so you're already in a bad mood that you had a bad game, and so you know you're going to lose you know you're going to lose MMR, so you're already also in a bad mood doubly because you had a bad game, then you're doubly in a bad mood because you lose MMR, and then you realize when you lose your MMR, you now lost a shit ton of MMR, specifically because you had low Battlefield score. Now you go and you win a game, and you have a relatively rough game again, followed up. So you're kind of in a bad mood that you had a rough game, but you won, so it kind of evens out. So you're not so much in a bad mood anymore. But then you get in a bad mood when you realize that since you had a rough game, you had low Battlefield score, so you got less points in the win than the amount of points you lost in the previous one. So in the end, what I'm getting at is, especially for new players, the Battlefield score system is dog shit and should not have any way on whether or not, like, how many points you lose or win. At least that's from my personal experience, that's how it was affecting me. I would have a bad game and lose, and I would lose 35 points of MMR, and then the very next game, I would have a rough game but win, and then I would only gain 15 points of MMR. And it's like, what the absolute fuck, right? Like, how, like, why? Like, you know, it didn't make me want to PvP anymore. It made me just, it made me want to AFK in a corner. It made me just wanted to PvP and AFK in a corner and call it good. That's what that's the kind of mentality that it was like, it was propagating in me, is that I just wanted to go AFK in a corner and not deal, and just, you know, and just do whatever. And if you have and that kind of system is terrible. You shouldn't have that sort of system. And that's not even like, we're not even talking about the fact that we have the stupid MMR system that they've literally changed in every single other region. And they tried to use some shitty excuse on the forums of like, oh, but they changed those, they changed the MMR in the other regions based on the data in those other regions. I'm like, they changed it to the exact same MMR system in all of the regions. Once happenstance, twice could be coincidence, 3 times it's a standard. Like, it's concrete. Like, if you've had to change your MMR system 3 times in a row, it tells you that the original MMR system is dog shit. Don't use it. So, you know. So the fact that they're trying to justify by going, oh, well, we'll change it in the next season when we have information, like, the amount of shit that they'll get if they change it for next season to be the exact same MMR season for MMR brackets for the other regions, they're going to get so much shit for that if that happens. Because the point is that you can tell that they implemented PvP with absolutely no feedback from players. Absolutely no feedback from players. because almost everybody that played PvP in any other region was instantly like, this system needs to go. Like, this system is so bad, they need to change it. But for whatever reason, they dug their heels in, and instead of deciding to like reset the season like a month in or something to put a new MMR, or like, you know, move that up. Because like what really happened is that I think they really underestimated how popular PvP was going to be for our region. A bit, but then again, this is also the same people that, you know, organized a big ass fucking, what was it, like a shit ton of money. I forget, like the G4 tournament, like the G4 tournament like had a pretty big prize pool for a tournament, for an like a non-professional tournament. So I'm kind of just like, so obviously if you have something that big, you know that the Western market is like super hyped for the for PvP. So if you know that, like, and you have like grandmaster players and master level players who played in Russia, and you know they played in Russia because, to be honest, like, if oh, fucking cool Sadon. I hate doing his quest sometimes because he has like, well, first, all right, so you weren't even facing that direction, but you still. Right. But basically, so sorry, I got a little sidetracked there. But basically, what I'm saying is that like they had people like content creators to talk to, content creators who were very good PvPers in other regions to talk to, and instead of like trying to get any sort of feedback from them, they just went through with a shitty PvP system. Well, I think part of it also might have been they overestimated. Actually, I think a lot of it is I think they were like, oh well, the amount of experienced players coming into the Western version for Lost Ark is huge because a lot of people played, you know, in Russia. But again, the amount of players that played in Russia compared to the amount of players that actually will pick this game up is it's an enormous difference that you can't use those people as like you can't use them as the ruler. Like, that's not fair to the rest of the community for Lost Ark. And that's kind of what I'm getting at, is for both PvE and PvP, it feels like, are you serious? Like, how big is that fucking hitbox? Okay, cool. It feels like they looked at the experienced players, and then with the experienced players, they used them as the ruler, not remembering that, hey, you know, there's gonna be a lot of players that you kind of like are gonna pick up that are gonna be new. So, and I feel like that's kind of what's biting them in the ass. I think they're slowly kind of like figuring it out that they kind of made a mistake using those players as like a ruler, and instead of like just treating it like what it should be, which is a new server with a lot of new people. So this is what it is. Right, let's just stop talking. We got cutscene. Her eyes are cool though. You can tell that.
This was all your fault.
You can tell they spent a lot of time customizing the movie.
You'll never learn, Kako-Seidon.
Confetti. I'm looking forward to the clown fight, personally. It looks fun. It looks frustrating and fun at the same time. Though it'll feel a little weird to go back down to like 4-man stuff. Once you get, because like, you know, you have Argos 8-man, Bolton 8-man, Vieques 8-man, then Kakul Seidon is 4-man, and then you go back up to 8-man for Belshazzar. But I'm personally pretty excited for it. All right, so we'll exit here. We'll finish our report circle. I'll go to Whispering Islet later off stream. There's no reason for me to go there now. It'll take too much time to go back there. I need to. Have I bought? I need to check if I've bought the Anguish Isle on their leapstones for Deadeye and Glaver. I think I did it on Glaver. I don't think I did it on Deadeye. Because remember, in case you don't know, or in case you forgot, you can actually no. I don't think we'll be able to have PvP today because I have. I need to do my weekly
Come on,
quest.
hurry. It's heavy.
But what was I? What was I saying? I forgot. Escaped my brain. I don't know. I just want to get Bolton done. Well, I just want Bolton to be in the game, so I have something to work towards that feels like I'm actually working towards something usable. Because like Argos is whatever, right? Everybody like raised hell about Argos, but at the end of the day, Argos is literally like it's nothing. It's like a rock in the road that is Lost Art, like a tiny pebble. Because like nothing that you get from Argos is gonna last you very long. Meanwhile, like stuff you get from Volton and relic accessories, relic ability stones, all of that stuff, the good ones will last you a long time. So, like you won't be replacing a relic accessory anytime soon. Like a good relic accessory, once you get it, like because we don't get new accessory rarities until Belshazzar, if I'm not mistaken. We just get more opportunities at getting better relic accessories. And then the relic gear also is going to be something you're going to be using for a long time. Even though eventually we'll get the choice to swap between... Apparently when Belshazzar comes out, we get the option to just swap between relic set effects. I don't know if like we'll be required like... Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe, I mean, we might get that in at launch. Because I know, because like for instance, there's a relic set effect that's really, really good for Chaos Dungeon. It has a lot of like AoE, like it puts like a lightning ring around you, a lightning aura ring around you to kill stuff and stuff like that. Stuff like that. I missed because the fucking hit zone on that so tight. But yeah, so I'm curious if if we'll have to wait for Belshazzar for that, or if we'll get it for oh no, we'll probably have to wait for Belshazzar for that. Because I think the reason you can do it on Belshazzar is because you go from relic rarity to ancient rarity, I think is what it's called in Korea, for the like the yellowish one. And then from there you go, and then I think because you only have Belshazzar, who's the only one giving you that rarity of equipment, you then on like that level of rarity, you can like change what set bonus you're using. Something like that. I don't know, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out. It will be interesting. I hope they don't delay for the hard mode Volton. Like they should just release normal and hard mode Volton. Just fuck the people crying on the forums. Because you need to give people incentive to work forward. That can't just be Viekas, right? Not to mention, if they release normal and hard mode Volton, right? And they release that like in May. And then say they wait like 2 months to release a Viekas or something. Which I don't think they will. They might not. They'll probably try to put Viekas out in June. I guess that's the only way it would work, right? Like, the only way it would really work is like Volton normal in May, Viekas normal in June, Volton's hard mode in July, and then I think it comes Clown, and then it goes Viekas hard mode, and then after that is Belshazzar. I think that's the order of item levels. But if they do it, they'd have to have a very like fast-paced cadence, because like you're just gonna run in the same issue. Like right now, like it's funny because everybody complained that Argos came out too early, but now a lot of the complaints are like there's nothing to do but Argos. And it's like, yeah, well, guess why there's nothing to do but Argos? because all the people on the forums just bitched and moaned about Argos coming out too early. So instead of having Vaulted this month, we have nothing. So yes, there's nothing to do but Argos. So I don't know. I think people also forget that MMOs aren't like sprints. They're not single player games where you just rush all the way to the end and then play it for a little bit past once you beat it. And then after that, you'd never touch it again. Like, they're marathons. You play those games. You play these games for a long time at a slow pace, at a pace that you're comfortable with. But anyway, we'll see.
Have any letters to send?
We shall see. We'll find out in 3 weeks how things will pan out. Hopefully, 3 weeks. Personally, I'd hope that we find out sooner than 3 weeks, but I imagine if they were aiming for May 19th, even if they could push it out earlier, they probably still won't push it out till May 19th, which is a little unfortunate, but it happens. Alright, because there's no bar for this one. Oh yeah, I haven't done the Chaos Dungeons yet. And then I have to do my Guardian raids. Yeah, I think I'll do the Guardian raids first. The Night Fox Yohos first. And then I'll go, and then if depending on how much time I have after doing those, which they should be pretty quick, hopefully. We will, which, I mean, granted, again, I'll do this after I do, like, I'll do the report, then I'll go to South Road and do the weekly, and then I'll go to North Vern to do the Chaos Dungeon and Guardian raid stuff. So that way I can just get that done, get the weekly stuff out of the way, so that way in the future when we have free time we can just PvP. I think for a while, I think I'm going to stay away from running for a while, even with the risk of running into like pre-mades and stuff. Because I just thinking about like the chance of losing, causing me to lose so much MMR, kind of just don't want to deal with it. Really? Oh, fuck off me. Also, it looks like we'll be done with her today. That's nice. That means we can work on the other guy. Guess she should be trusted after this. Which means Anika will probably end up being my first Ignia token. We got courage. Alright, so where is the other guy at? Is he in? Oh, either I just go through the report window, yeah. Training in Bamboo Temple, which I think was Rattan Hill. Chan. In a while. Yeah, it's not there. Oh, Bamboo Temple. And unfortunately, we can't go see what he uses, so we'll find out tomorrow. But yeah, that's actually kind of sick. I am very glad to have her done, so that way we can then just carry on. Hopefully I'm hoping that third guy is also quick and easy. So that way we can get him done, and then we can just do the collectibles. And then once we get the collectibles done, we'll have our first Ignia token. Actually, I think I'm just gonna buy the collectibles now. As long as they're not like crazily priced, that is.
Forget it. No deal.
1 gold. I don't know how many we'll need. really have to fucking close them. So annoying. Alright, that's done. Fiend Mask we'll probably need 4. Well, let me get the ones I know that I need left then. Sealing Charm. Need one of these. What's next? Tome of Despair. What the fuck? I'm like 90%. Like, did I not? Like, I did click on this. Like, it would have still said Sealing Charm. If, wait, what?
Look, it's the champion.
I cheered for you, you know.
I can't believe Habeck was defeated.
Wait, what? Does that go by a different name on the auction house?
Look, it's the champion.
I cheered for you, you know.
That goes by a different name on the auction house. The Tome of Despair is the Tome of the Horizon. What the fuck? Goodness gracious. I need 2 of those.
Look, it's
This
the
one.
champion.
I cheered for you, you know.
I can't believe Habeck was defeated.
Secret of Anika Cuisine. I need 6 of those.
Look, it's the champion.
I cheered for you, you know.
I can't believe
I need
Habeck was
14 of the
defeated.
Mist Orb. What the actual fuck, dude? Like, what is going on? I click on this and I start typing, and then it just like fucking goes off to the other stuff.
It's the champion.
I cheered for you, you know.
I can't believe Habeck was defeated.
God, I swear this game sometimes it just flips out for no reason. I need 14 of these. 14.
Look,
That's
the
good to go.
champion.
Oh, you know what it probably
Cheered
is?
for you, you know.
I know what it is. I think I'm starting to type before.
Habeck was defeated.
I know what it is. That's what it is. Is that I'm hitting the X and I'm thinking that the X will then let me get like just let me start typing, and it doesn't. That's what it is. So that's on me.
Look, it's the
Oh
champion.
my god, shut up. Yes, I know I'm here.
I cheered for you,
Holy
you know.
Jesus.
I can't believe Habeck was defeated.
And then I'm pretty sure I'll need 4 of the Fiend Mounts. Bye.
Look, it's the
Oh
champion.
my goodness.
Cheered for you, you know.
I just had to choose one of the most annoying spots to stand to do this. Mailbox. Click. Take attachments. Oh, wait. I need to repair my gear. Repair gear. Nice. Alright. Use these. Use this. Use these. Use these. Shum, 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 shum. I think it'll stop me at 90. What? Well, however much percentage, obviously. I think it's like 97%, maybe 98% for the adventure tome. $95. What else am I missing? Oh no, I'm not. Oh, so that counts for 5%. Holy shit, that's a lot. I didn't know rapports were that heavily weighed. And now we have a Guardian of the Wind statue. That's cool. Alright, we go to South Vern. South Vern will do the weekly dungeon, the Chaos Line, as it's called. And then we get to do that twice. Granted, the quest for it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit. But should be alright. Androphin potions. I don't know why I was calling them Androphin potions. I was adding an N. Get 2 there. Get 3 from that one. Mm. Alright, we're gonna pick up our weekly. We'll go get that done. I think between the weekly and then probably like Yoho, doing 2 Yohos, we'll probably have to go to Lush Read after. So, I mean, I could leave this to tomorrow, but I kind of like just getting all the shit done on recess. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, put me down channel 5, please. Thank you. Over here, yeah, this has some pretty good spots for farming this up. Yeah, because it takes so much for to like get the like percentage. Like you get like 1%. So first thing you kill, which I think is a little ridiculous personally, but that's what it is. It is a weekly, so I guess they justify it with that, right? They're like, well, it's a weekly, so you only do it once a week, so you don't have to do it all in that one day. It's like, yeah, that's not how that works. You know damn well nobody's gonna fucking spread this shit out over the whole week to do the stupid quest, when they still have to do the actual like chaos line after it. Good old death rattle. I hope I can get some more level 3 shock explosion tripods for death rattle, because like that's a really important skill for me, or a tripod skill at least. Good chunk, like I'm pretty much all of the damage from for whatchamacallit, for shock training, or for death rattle comes from that one ability, the shock, or that one tripod level, the shock explosion one. I pull like, oh, he's padding the other way. He is padding the other way. Oh. Hopefully the Shadow Hunter goes deeper so he doesn't kind of like disrupt my little farm route that I got going. Even if he does, I can just stand down here because I have 2 that spawn here. I don't mind giving up the third one, but going deeper. Because that is the other thing I've come to notice, is that like people just don't have the patience to wait for things to respawn, or finding like a little route to like just run around on. Like right here, you have 2 there that spawn, and then you have like, I think you have this one that spawns down here. So it's like, you know, you have plenty to work with, in my opinion. Yeah, you have 2 here, 2 elites that spawn down here, and then 2 elites that spawn up there. And if you just take the time to kill the 2 down here, then you run up and you kill the 2 up there, and then you run back down and you kill the 2 down here, and then you run up. Like, you have plenty if you have some patience. But a lot of people, they kind of just want to like run all the way through. And you get so little percentage per on this one that you kind of can't really do that. You kind of have to find a little spot that you just run back and forth on. At least that's how I think about it, personally. Personally, I think you should. Put my actual stone back on. The kind of nice thing though is at least you get a decent amount of collectibles from those guys. So that helps. Nice little bump there. So with the chaos line, we've already done it once. Well, I had in a previous VOD, I kind of went over like how the chaos line works. So it's in the title, so it should be relatively easy to find if you're curious. If you don't know how it works by now. Again, another note just to kind of like revisit that you have to be careful on is if you have archers that spawn for the little minions, when you have the towers, they somehow have some sort of like light stunning on their arrows. So when they keep, or at least on the arrow barrages they do. So you kind of have to be careful when you deal with them. You kind of like need to make sure you kill them before you try to go for the arrow. That's BS. He definitely should have just died from the stomp. Alright, we go over here. Whoever put the bomb guys, the suicidal bomb guys in here, you are sick. Dude, you are very sick. You need some help. You need some help. Just saying. But luckily, oh yeah, see these guys, these arrow dudes, like those are the guys that if you have at least if you have a lot of them on top of you when you're trying to like interact with the tower there to break it down to remove the seal, that's the one where they like, fuck off. I hate that. Like, they have like the blue like circles, right? Because like it's so hard to tell when to like for how things work. Because like for instance, like I don't have tenacity on that one. I should have just done chain destruction fist. But like I don't like when they don't keep to their own system, right? So they have the blues, which generally tell you for fears and stuff, which are like kind of hard CCs. Like, why can't they just stick with that? Like, hey, this CC, this AoE is going to. Alright, here's what I'm talking about. You see all these arrow dudes? You like for some reason they can interrupt you while you're trying to like channel this when they do the barrages, and I'm not quite sure why. Like, I don't know. I guess there might be like a little bit of a stun on it or something, or some sort of flinch. That's probably what it is. It probably has like actual flinch on it. So. But yeah, there's no real point in killing things in the Chaos Gate more than you need, because like as far as I can tell, they don't drop anything. Like you don't. The only thing you get loot from are the elites and then the last boss, just Kaisher. So. Tenacity, baby. I still didn't get the damage off there. Oh shit, oh shit. I forgot that he does that. Oh, come on. I hate Kaisher so much. They literally went out of their way to find one of the most annoying fucking bosses to make the boss for this, didn't they? They could have just as easily chosen, like, I don't know, anybody else. I just don't like Kaisher because he jumps in the air a lot. They could have just, I don't know. They could have just made it like one of the, like the horse guy, you know? Or something like that, like one of the other, like, elite dudes, because it's just annoying. It's just frustrating. It kind of like elongates the process some, because you miss abilities, because he's like, aha! You have activated my trap card. Flies away like a bitch. Also, if the guide quest telling me to like use the Song of Escape could literally stop doing that, that'd be fantastic. Because I'm honestly getting sick and tired of that popping up. I'm really getting fed up with it. Like, is there some secret like tutorial, like hidden like help setting that I don't know about? Because I'm pretty sure I've turned off the help stuff in the settings. So. Kind of just gonna run in circles until the guy spawns. Kill him. I killed him though. I get that. I was hoping the death rattle would kill him. I was trying to beat him, beat his the fear charge that he does. La da da la da la da da. Whatever. I mean, granted, if you have a lot of AoE in general, you can just... There's really no repercussion to killing shit around you. Just makes it easier for when you have to leave. But at least with these guys, when you're running from one point to another, unless you're something like a Deadeye, where you're just constantly using a damage ability that gives you a lot of mobility, like your Dexterous shot and like your Somersault shot, there's no reason to deal. Like, even try to stop to deal any damage. So just go around. Just, you know, if they follow you to your next spot, then you kill them. But without that, just there's no real point, in my opinion, to like stop and clear them out. Which is, I think that's why I get a little annoyed that it's like Kaisher is the boss they chose for it, because it's like the rest of it is like, it's so easy to skip unnecessary stuff. Then you have Kaisher at the end, who's like, you skipped all that stuff, but guess what? I'm gonna jump in the air 3 times. Like, you miss all your high damage abilities. But it's all good because, again, you only do it twice a week, so they kind of get away with it with there. There's not really a big complaint you can do. If it was a daily thing, that's a different matter. Estella was kind of annoying in the fact that, of course you... Just... Oh, that... Of course he wouldn't die. Stella was kind of annoying in the fact that she could jump up into an untargetable spot, and then you had to wait for her to come back down. And then she likes to move a lot. And then she's also daily, so, you know, that's a little annoying. Granted, as you get more and more geared, there's no real reason to do the Anguished Isle dungeon on anything but your highest item level character, because it's only once per roster, and the faster you can kill Stella, the less shit you have to deal with. That's kind of the same thing here. The faster you can kill Kaisher, the less nonsense he can do, and the easier it is. So you kind of just do it on your highest character, and then just roll with it from there, and just wham pan, thank you ma'am, and you just roll on. Oh my god, see, this is what I'm talking about. Why? Just get the fuck down here. Like, just, you could have chosen any character that doesn't jump in the fucking air, but you had to choose Kaisher. He not only jumps in the air, but he does it quite often because he has wings. Oh, and then he has the shielding thing. That's the other thing, right? Like, it's so annoying that they were just like... That's the other thing he does, right? Because he like shields himself, so you can't just like one-shot him. Sometimes. Wait, did that miss? Yo, the step back on Death Rattle sometimes can fuck you up if you're not careful. Now we gotta wait like 3 years for him to decide to join us again. That's whatever. Again, end of the day, we're out. And then the game's gonna be like, by the way, did you know you could use the song of... Yes, I do, because I'm already outside of the dungeon before you said anything. I think I'd be less annoyed if it would tell me when I'm still inside the dungeon. Because, like, look at this. Like, why? Why? Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Like, get that out of my fucking game. I need to just see if there's an option to turn off. Like, I feel like I missed an option or something. Because, like, I find it odd that this late into the game, it's still like, did you know you could use the Song of Escape? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Thank you. Now shut up. Alright, Destruction Stone, Guardian Stones, Charred Pouches, Leap Stone. Yeah, see, because I think the other one has great honor leap stones. The hard version, I think has great honor leap stones. I will say that one nice thing about having these, having them have separated. Sorry, English is hard sometimes. Them having separated the how much is this? 300. I'll buy this. Them having separated the, like, not having the hard version means you can just focus full on all of your tokens on the normal version to clean out the normal shop before the hard shop comes out. Because when the hard version comes out, if you were high enough to do it, you don't get extra entries for the hard version. It's only the easy version. Or the, like, not that. It's only the tokens you use. You only get 2 tokens a week, period. So you don't get more tokens for the hard mode because it uses the same tickets to enter both. So, and then the currency you get is different, right? There's a hard mode currency than a normal mode currency. So this way, at least you can kind of like focus on it and like push through, and then instead of like worrying about, oh well, yeah, I'm definitely not gonna have enough time. Yeah. I'm just gonna do chaos dungeons then. Yoho's usually pretty quick, but I have had the times where Yoho like goes for like 15 minutes because we're all kind of just bad. So I'm gonna do chaos dungeon, and then I'm going to, so close. I kind of want to try. The problem is that in order to do it, I would need, no, I wouldn't be able to reach 1400 today. Because I would need to push all 3 of these to like plus 15 to get to 1400. I'm gonna go try to a tap on my armor, the armor slots. I just want to get them. I want to burn through that stuff. I'll do boss rush tomorrow though. I'll do all 3 of them tomorrow, so that way I can just get all those great honor leap stones from it. Yeah, we can only do 1 tap. Yeah. I was hoping we would have succeeded that. I was really hoping we could have succeeded that. Oh well. Oh shit, I also just noticed that I used a bunch of gold. I think just honing today alone cost me like 2,000 gold-ish. I think I was at 55, 54 at the start of the stream. Now I'm at 52. Alright, we'll do 1 chaos dungeon now. Yeah, because we're close, but I was sitting here like, man, we're pretty close. Only 5, but yeah, I forgot that I just got to that 95 today, and then on top of that, I'm only working with 3 pieces of gear, and they only upgrade by 5 item levels at the moment. Because the point is that like, so what I'm gonna do is you're gonna push those past plus 15, because from what people are saying is that you only need to, you get more, it's cheaper in the long run, because what happens is when you go from plus 15 and higher, you start increasing your item level by 15 again instead of 5. So you're getting 3 times the stats for about the same percentage chances it takes to get from like 13 to 15, from what I understand. So it's kind of like no-brainer to kind of go the efficiency route, because then you also come out with more attack power if you do it that way. So are you really not gonna... Okay, see, this is why I don't do the efficiency shit in Chaos Dungeons. So I just kill things, because it's random between 16 to 18% on whether or not it'll actually spawn the portal like right off the bat. So I don't feel like it's even worth the frustration. Just fucking kill shit until the portal spawns. Yeah, I know it's like a pretty good amount if you could get the the see right there. Why didn't that hit? I keep forgetting that like the range apparently, because I have the increased range tripod selected, I think, on my death rattle for this build. Yeah, I have wide hit, but apparently AoE radius actually means actually just means it hits a little further forward, because that's really all it feels like it does. I was like, I hit things farther away than I am expecting most of the time, but on usually on a wider range, I don't hit. Like, I usually miss more often than not. When I'm like, all right, that should be close enough, and then the game's like, psych, and you're just like, well, guess not. Come on, come on. Ding, 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 ding. Ooh, ability stone. I wonder if it's any good. I will say, if I get like an increased mass, like cursed doll, or like a keen blunt increase, well, if I get an increased mass keen blunt stone of any rarity, I'm sending that shit over to the glavers. Pay on cost be damned, I don't care. That's too much of, that's too good of a stone. Like, I need that stone to build my glaver. I would like, part of me kind of wants to sell it because it goes for so much right now, but the chances of getting another stone like that are so slim that I'd rather just not tempt it, because I have other ways of making money. Some had to expire. Yeah, something expired. Oh, I didn't put anything up for sale, so the oh shit. Oh, yeah. I hate the dragons. The dragons and the undead dudes with like the claymores, like with like the zombies, not the like the skeleton ones. Like the zombies with the claymores are, oh, and the little turtle snake things are two of like the worst. Alright. So nobody bought what I put up recently. I think I put them up for 50 gold, so I'll probably just put them up for 50 gold again. Someone might buy them. A lot of people are willing to foot 50 gold even with the pay on cost for things, for the accessories, so there's really no harm in me putting them up for 50 gold, in my opinion. Another one. Interesting. That's the second one I've gotten. I feel like they increased the drop rate on those, because I'd never seen them drop before. I'd seen two Edge of the Maze sets drop, like, I probably like 2 months, in the first 2 months of playing. And then in the last like month, I've had, oh cool. This is where you can choose between whether you want to ready to sail from Northvern or Southvern. That's sick. A nice little feature. But in the last like month alone, I've had 3 of these drop. 2 on the Scrapper and 1 on the Striker. Also, I really wish they would make the PvP islands just use the Book of Coordination. Put that up. Wait. I thought that's where Lush Reed was at. Oh, Lush Reed is Arthitine. Shit. Well, good thing I came out a little early. If I tried to come out like at a minute, you know, I would have missed it. I don't know why I keep thinking that, like, I've been to the PvP island next to Vern when I haven't. I mean, I go to Drumbeat Isle all the time, but That's 20 gold. That didn't sell, so I'm just gonna like mantle that. These are 50 gold. I'm just gonna put those two back up for 50 gold. No real reason not to. Do 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 do. Oh, those are the platinum swords. I'm mistaken. I wonder if Deathblades have the same. I wonder if other platinum weapon skins have the same thing that happened with well, for the older classes, because it's probably not for Deathblade because Deathblade is new. But so, for instance, Scrapper's weapon models for the chosen, for the preordained, the chosen, the preordained, and the harsh set are all, well, at least the chosen. Actually, I'll say for sure the chosen because I haven't seen a preordained or a harsh oath version of the weapons in person. But the chosen fist weapons are the same exact weapon model, not the same color, different color, but they're the same exact weapon model as the platinum founder's weapon for Scrapper. War Dancer, that's not the case, I don't think. Striker, that definitely isn't the case, but then again, Striker is different. Berserker, I don't think is the case either. What else? What is this? Yo, Garbo. We didn't get any other ability stones on that first run, at least. Dragon Fury. Oh yeah, that's probably not gonna sell. I'll just dismantle that. This one I'll try selling again though. Come on, spacebar. That's not gonna. That's not good at all. Are any of these any good? No. No. And no. All right. Let's get ready to suffer because this is gonna suck. To be honest, I would have preferred a non-PvP one that was worth going to. Why couldn't Snowpang be gold? If Snowpang was gold, I would have just gone to Snowpang. Fuck it, Snowpang. But unfortunately, both of the PvP islands were the only ones that had any sort of usable reward from them, because the silver you get from silver islands is so shit. It's so dog shit. There's just no point in like going. So unfortunately, we have to go into a PvP island today. A little sad, but it happens. Like Lush Street, I'm probably just gonna get farmed. In Asura Island, I had a couple areas I could kind of like look around and nook and crannies and stuff like that. But Lush Street's pretty open. And not to mention, Lush Street starts off like open PvP right off the bat, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, because Asura, it's a PvE. The first phase is PvE, and then the second phase is PvP. I need a Heidi grass, please and thank you. In here. We still, because like we still have like 3 minutes. Yeah, see, like, oh, an artillerist in this instance? Oh my god. Those are gonna suck. Surprised he's not in here, because if I was an artillerist, I'd hide in here and kind of just like shoot out missiles at people. But it's okay. He's okay. You can at least get the extra percentage from first dog level 3. Oh, did he put a laser down there? No. Let's. Why can't we all just get along? Be friends. But the Glaver's chill. The Glaver is indeed very chill. Bard? Artillerist? This is gonna be pain and suffering, I can tell you right now. This is gonna be pain and suffering. Oh, another scrapper? Hello, fellow scrapper brethren. I wonder if parties, like, I don't think parties would work in here, right? Like, you probably still kill each other. That or it would just, like, desync you from parties. Okay. 20 seconds. The buff is 2 minutes. I don't know if you keep it, though. I think you might lose it on death. That's fine. Alright. Here we go. How about are we gonna get a shit on today? I need to get in on something. That's it, I need to hit somebody to get it, to get some points. I'm surprised Supernova, like, apparently the pull-in has paralysis on it, it would seem. If you could put tenacity on that, that'd be strong, but I don't think that has tenacity. What happens if I eat this again? Okay. Yes, I am a little bitch on this island, because I don't have any of, like... Because, like, Scrapper and PvP plays completely differently without engravings, so I have, like, no knowledge of how to really kind of do what I... like, well, how I should handle things in here. That, and I didn't really change my tripods either. For the tenacity tripods on the death rattle. And this is how you survive. Time's almost done though. Alright, well, bye. We got one kill. That's all I cared about. We played like a little baby because we are a little baby. All right, we are little baby material. So yeah. But that's it for the stream. I apologize for like the technical problems earlier. I did I did my test. I did the Twitch test early. Twitch test told me that it was good. Well, I think we were fine, period. I think it's just the internet decided like dip in and down, but I reset it, so I should be good for a couple weeks at least. That's what happened last time that I had real big issues. But yeah, if you made it this far in the VOD on Twitch or YouTube, I thank you for watching this far. I appreciate it. In my last VOD, I'll probably like I might do like a card or something, or just a link in the description. My last VOD that I did, I talked about the Korean class balances that went live and what changed from PTR to live. We talked about the Express Pass changes, and we talked about the patch notes that went live today. So feel free to check those out. And then don't forget to leave me a comment in that video to see how you feel about the changes, right? How you feel about the class balance changes that are going to be coming our way in the future, and then how you feel about these patch notes that came out this week. I think it was pretty good, all things considered. You know, there's a lot of people that they wanted a new event or something like that, but I think we got some pretty good stuff out of it. So But yeah, so thanks for watching. You know, it's a new week, so new week, same grind. You know, that's just the way it works. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Though I will give you a heads up that next Tuesday I will not be streaming. I'll be doing a grocery run while taking my old man to the hospital for a pre-op because he goes into surgery the 17th of May. So or 16th of May, sorry. So basically there'll probably be a couple days this month that I won't stream because I'll probably have to be helpful and a little bit more on hand to help at least get him in and out depending on like what things they need to do in the surgery. But yeah, so I'll let you know ahead of time, but I know for sure, at least currently on this schedule, that this coming Tuesday I won't be streaming because I have to get it pretty early to go drop him off, and then I have to do grocery shopping on top of that, and I'll be back pretty late, or usually I'll be back probably around the time I usually stream, so I won't be streaming on Tuesday, so that's just a heads up there. But if anything, but still, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys tomorrow, so see you later.